Today's video is all about my new purchases, which are two of the HJC i30s. Okay, so first things first, I suppose I should explain why I've bought the helmets. And the reason for that is every year we go away a few times and we tend to go out to the Far East. We always hire a bike while we're out there. It tends to be a 155 or a 300cc bike. And what we learned right at the beginning when we started doing it was never use the helmets that they're supplied with. Not only are they not really fit for purpose, they are absolutely disgusting. If you think about it, there's been all sorts of people putting them on and off their head, sweating. They're just so filthy. So right at the beginning, we bought our own helmets and we bought them out in Bali, and they were fantastic helmets, but they've come to the end of their life now, primarily because we got run off the road about 2 years ago and they took quite a bit of damage. But I learned a lot from having those helmets, and that's why I've chosen these HJC i30s to replace them. Now, if I show you the helmet that they are actually replacing first, which is this one. It's a BMC. I said they're all over the place out in Bali. You've got, it's an open face helmet, and you've got your face shield there. You'll see that I've put an intercom on this, and that intercom is the Lexin B4FM. These are a game changer in themselves. However, I've got new ones to fit onto this, and they're not the Lexin brand. They're the ASMAX Z1. Absolutely fantastic, voice controlled, lots of distance. I mean, I only use them for a pillion passenger myself, but when I say so much better, they offer a lot more than these do. But you'll see me fit those in another video that I'll link in. So as I said, this helmet, superb, lightweight, about 1.2 kilogram. We've got the intercom on there. The big drawback for this for me though is the full face visor. When it's pulled down, well, for starters, it's all scratched. But if you want it up because you want some air in there, or even if it's down because of this lip, when you get up to about 50, your head starts to be pushed back, and this is vibrating like mad. So, as I said, come to the end of the journey. You can see all the marks where we came off, or where I came off on this one. That's broken. It's just, and with this all being scratched, it's seen its day. So, hence the replacement. Let's go through it. First thing to say about this one is, it comes with its own bag, which basically means when we put these into the suitcases, the visor's not going to get scratched, which is a huge win because I think that's probably how that's happened on the other helmet. So you get the bag with it, which is wonderful. The price of this, so for two, it was just under £260. So you're talking about £130 each. Probably could have got them cheaper, but I got them from Robinson's in Rochdale. So a very reputable supplier. And if there were any issues, I could have taken it back as opposed to buying it off the internet. The weight is, I think it's about it's just under 1.5 kilograms. The other helmet's about 1.2 something kilograms. So you're talking about 250 difference. And this is a large helmet. I tried the extra large on, it was just too loose. This is an extremely snug fit. Let's go through the features and benefits though. So if I turn it around so that you can see it there, you've got the full face visor there, which comes up. And you've also got, if I just show you on the side here, you've got a slide there. And what that slide does is, if I pull it back, you will see the visor pop down on the front. Now that's the Sunvisor. Maybe see it from the side. Lift it up and pop it down again. Right, when we're on the bike in the sun, wearing sunglasses is fine, but because the helmet is so snug, it tends to push in the arms of the sunglasses, so you get quite a bit of pressure there. Also, taking the helmet on and off with sunglasses, that makes it a little bit troublesome as well. So the Sunvisor, absolutely wonderful. That was a big tick. That was one of the reasons for getting this. Again, I'll pop that back up. I'll just show it again. Pull it forward, comes down, goes back up, down, up. Right, the visor itself, if it's pulled down, that is an extremely snug fit. So if I'm going along at speed, what's not going to happen is it's not going to start getting air underneath and start lifting up, which again is what happens on the other one. Obviously, I am going to remove the film with all the print on it before I use it. If we have a look inside, something that I do really like is the closure on the strap. And to undo it, all you do is just pull that down and it comes out. Again, much easier than the buckle on the other one. As I've said, I'm going to fit an intercom to this, which will be on the next video. And I can't extol the virtues of an intercom when you've got a pillion passenger. Driving around Bali, for example, or Thailand, we just stopped talking to each other because I got sick and tired of having to look over my shoulder and shout, and for my wife to shout directions to me. So when we got the intercom, just changed all that. You can drive around, you can listen to music, you can accept calls, be in conversation. An absolute game changer. Huge recommendation on that, definitely. And if we have a look on the top, you've got your vent there. You can open it or close it. Open or close. Just with regard to intercoms. So HJC, they actually do their own intercom. And it clicks in at the back here, so there's a purpose-built slot for it. And also on the inside, you've got cable channels that accept the cables from HJC's intercom. However, the one that I've got will work perfectly because I've figured out a new way of installing the boom mic. Now HJC do actually sell for the i30 the additional panel that goes on the inside of the visor for if it's cold outside so that it doesn't steam up. That's not a problem that we have when we're in the Far East, so I don't need to worry about that. But you've got the locking pins on the side there that allows you to fit one of those. So I've got this matte black one. We've got a gloss white one or a pearl white, whatever you want to call it. Really looking forward to using them. Looking forward to using the Sunvisor. The air will go through there and out of the back if the visor's open. So no pulling my head back like I've experienced before. And we'll just try it on before I finish the video. Nice snug fit. Pull the visor down. Let's try with the Sunvisor so that you can see that. There we go. There's the Sunvisor down. Pull it back up again and have a look at it from the side. That's the side profile there. There's the top. Pop that down there. And if you are fitting an intercom, you've got the spaces for the speakers inside there. But yeah, very comfy, very little movement on it. This is going to be a good helmet. Big recommendation, especially for that price. And it will easily fit into the suitcase as well. And just as important, if you don't want the visor, it's easy to take off. Just pull it back. We'll have a look there. Here's the side there. And you simply pull it away and it comes off. And do the same with the other side and the visor's off. And just as easy to put it back on. And all you do, make sure that the notches are aligned, press down, and that's it. So in summary, what do I think of this i30? Well, it's a little bit heavier than this, but it's also a lot more substantial. I'll get the new intercom fitted to this. This is going to be so much better at speed. I will feel safer with this. Not only is it heavier, it just feels more substantial. This has served its purpose, but it's come to the end of its life. And yeah, huge recommendation for the i30, especially at that price.